Hey everyone, it's Maddie. Welcome back to my channel. And today's video, as you probably can tell by the title, I'm hopping on the popular YouTube bandwagon and asked you guys over my Instagram and beyond type 1 if you had any assumptions about me that you wanted me to share and kind of explain if they're true or not and go more into depth. This video is kind of fun and interesting. Again, it's not the most perfect video, but it's a good way for people to kind of get to know you a little bit on a better basis and maybe see how well people know you, even though you only see me through YouTube videos. You don't personally see me in daily life, although some of you that have commented, you're either a family or a really close friend and you know me pretty well. But you might be surprised of how I might answer these questions or answer these assumptions. So, with that being said, I have a list of paper, a list of the assumptions on a piece of paper here, and we'll jump into the video. So the first assumption that is written down here says, I'm assuming you were or are a straight A student and at the top of your class. This is true. In high school, I did have a few B's, more specifically in the classes that were challenging courses like AP Calculus and some of the more heavier math-based courses I had like B pluses in. But I did graduate 5th out of 141 students in high school, and my GPA when I graduated was 3.896. But fun fact, I was valedictorian in 8th grade at the middle school level, and I graduated 8th grade with a GPA of 3.909. So I actually graduated junior high or middle school better than I did graduate high school. And as far as college is concerned, I have not had a B in college yet. I am a completely straight A student in college. My GPA for college as of right now is 4.0, and I hope to continue that route when I go back in for hygiene school in the fall. The second assumption is you're an overachiever, but I love you for it. First of all, this is a very close high school friend of mine. I love you too, and this is true. I mean, this person knows me so well. She and I would, we were best friends and stuff, and she'd always be like, why are you doing this in such a complex manner, and why are you overdoing this? Or you always got your nose in a book, and you're always doing homework, and you're always trying to be over and beyond what's actually required, and that is so true. I take things on a very serious note. I always took my schooling on a serious note. I take my diabetes on a serious note, and I take life on a serious note. Doesn't mean you can't have fun, but I always seem to go over the bar and try to do overachieving things and doing more over excellence than undershoot. That's just always been my personality, and that's the way I'll probably always continue to be. The third assumption is I'm assuming you are a very organized person, you love animals, and that you're at the top of your class. Yes, I was at the top of my class. We answered that already. As far as being organized, I would agree with this, although the days that I get disorganized or things don't seem to be as organized, I feel like it takes a while for me to get back into that organized groove, and I kind of get indecisive about the way I want to organize things, like my room. I finally got it the way I want it, and it took me over a year to figure that out. I love animals, that is the truth. I do have a dog and 2 cats and a fish. I always grew up with at least one animal in the house. Animals to me are amazing gifts from God. They are great companions. They are great ways to teach responsibility to anybody, and they are great motivators for exercise, especially my dog, who when I take for a walk, which I hope to show you guys as the weather gets warmer, I don't walk her, she walks me. So animals are a great way to add value to your life, I guess you could say. The fourth assumption is that you like cookies over cream, red roses, butter on banana bread, and whipped cream on your berries. I know where this came from. This is very funny, and this is true. If I'm going to eat a cookie, like the Oreo cookie, I really don't care for the cream. I'll just eat the cookie. I do like red roses, butter on banana bread. However, I would still like banana bread even more plain than the butter, but if there's butter available, I'll put it on my banana bread. But to me, I don't think I need the butter on banana bread because it's sweet enough. And whipped cream on my berries, absolutely. That is a great tip for any of you that are diabetic and want a sweet treat without added carbohydrates. Take whipped cream, which is very low in carb. The full fat, the better, because it's less added sugar, and put it on berries like raspberries, blueberries, blackberries, and strawberries. And it is a great way to get a delicious dessert. And you can even mix it with sugar-free Jell-O, and you get a very filling, very sweet dessert without excess calories and without excess carbohydrates. The fifth assumption is you're smart enough and confident enough to be a world-class surgeon. I know I am smart enough and confident enough to do anything I want to do in my life. However, as far as being a surgeon, you would not want me doing your appendectomy. Here's why. I can barely cut meat and vegetables in a straight line. Therefore, if I'm going to be doing surgery on a person, the poor scar would be looking like this. The poor person would have their whole insides taken apart. When we had to do dissections in biology, I basically could not dissect the frog to save my soul. I mean, the poor frog had everything spilling out of it. I did good with the pig, but the pig's bigger. But the frog, the poor frog, was just completely destroyed. There's no way you'd want me being a surgeon. But if that's something I really wanted to pursue, and I know I'm smart enough to do it, I'd do it. But as far as being a world-class surgeon, that's not in my calling. Number 6, you're from Wisconsin and type 1 diabetic. Yes, that's very true. So I assume you probably really enjoy cheese. Absolutely enjoy cheese. If you guys don't know, cheese is an extremely low carbohydrate snack. It's very packed with protein and some fats. I eat cheese on the daily basis. I eat cheese pretty much have ate cheese on the daily basis since I've been diagnosed in July. I like string cheese, I like cheddar cheese, I like mozzarella cheese, I like cheese spread, I like cream cheese, I like cheese. Cheese, 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 okay? Cheese is amazing. But my favorite cheese is the mozzarella cheese sticks, which I'm tempted to go get and eat one right now, but I gotta finish filming this video first. But yes, I am a cheese fan. And if you're not a cheese fan, I am sorry. I'm also a cheese head. I am a Packer fan, okay? Cheese is the name of Wisconsin. I think we should just name the state of Wisconsin Cheese. Okay, I'm from the state of cheese. I'm from the land of cheese. Number 7, you're very caring and nice. Thank you, and I would agree. I definitely care about other people just as much as I want to take care of myself. And I think caring about other people and being nice to other people, it doesn't cost anything to do that to people. It doesn't cost anything to be nice. I was always told that growing up. It doesn't hurt anything to be nice or just be kind and caring and congenial to people, and that all that kindness and goodness that you do will always come back to you in different ways. And oftentimes it doesn't take much for one mean thing to hurt a relationship and tear apart a relationship for years. But being nice can build one, can continue to glue one together in a matter of seconds. So being mean can rip a relationship apart in a matter of seconds, but being nice to somebody can build a relationship back together in a matter of a few seconds. So being nice and being caring and kind to people has always been a goal of mine, and it always will be. And it should be a goal of yours too, because honestly, we're all on this earth together, and there's no reason why we can't respect and be nice to others. Number 8 is I see you as a very dedicated, passionate, and friendly person that cares about herself and others. Some of these are multiple assumptions kind of put into one. There's a total of 10 responses, but as you probably can tell, some of these are a little bit wordy, so I'm gonna break these apart. So yes, I would agree. That's kind of how I answered it in the last question. Passionate about what I love to do, absolutely. If there wasn't any passion, what's the point of even doing those things if you don't have a drive to be successful, or a drive to help others, or a drive to enjoy the things that you truly enjoy, things that mirror your personality, things that mirror what you like to do? Absolutely. I consider myself passionate, dedicated, and friendly. Like I said, dedicated. I was always very dedicated to doing my things in school. I'm very dedicated to taking care of my type 1 diabetes. I'm very dedicated to my family, my friends, and I'm one of those people that would stop and help anybody if absolutely need be. And I had just a spare moment and they needed help, or needed help maneuvering around a very difficult situation. I'm always putting things together as far as that goes. The next part of the 8th assumption was you're smart, and if you don't have answers, you will find them. Yes, I was always, like I said, a straight A student in school, but I don't define intelligence and being smart as just grades. It's how you perceive challenges in life and how you maneuver around difficult situations. If I don't have an answer, I will continue to fish for more answers, because I'm one of those people that plan out different solutions for a problem that I have, and then I try to navigate and analyze which one is going to be the best fit. So absolutely, I always will try to find the best solution or find the best answer for whatever I'm dealing with. I think anybody and everybody should do that, and I think people need to recognize more that there's not just one straight cut and easy path to everything in life. Not everything in life is black and white. There are some gray areas. There are some like secondary places that you have to jump through in order to get to the solution you want. In order to get to the solution you want, you might have to do step 1, step 2, step 3, which are all little solutions in between hand to get the big grand solution. I hope that makes sense to you guys. And to her, I also seem like a cat person. Absolutely. I do have cats and dogs in my house. I love both of them. I'm an animal lover, but I do prefer cats to dogs. I just think they're easier to take care of. I feel like they're more independent, and I just feel like they're nice to cuddle up with in bed. They don't take up a lot of space. They kind of take care of themselves for the most part. So, I mean, when you want to take care of them or you want to give them a little love and affection, it's perfect. It just works out nice. The 9th assumption I have here is I see you as a strong young woman who takes charge. Yes, definitely. I used to definitely be scared to share different things with people, but I feel like ever since I've been diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, I'm not scared to stand up for myself medically, insurance-wise, diabetes-wise, life-wise, anything and everything that anybody says to me, I'm always going to be more willing to defend myself and take care of myself. You voice your opinions and correct any misinformation you come across. Absolutely. This holds more true for type 1 diabetes. If somebody, like I said, comes up to me and says, well, you better watch out and tell other people that they're going to end up like you if they stop eating, if they start eating poor like you did, and I have to correct them all the time and say, excuse me, type 1 diabetes is not caused by diet. It is an autoimmune disease. I'm always willing to, like I said, correct people on type 1 diabetes. I'm willing to correct people on different things, but I also have to remember, too, that there's no one right way to go about things. There are multiple solutions to a single problem, and in turn, there are multiple problems that may only have one single solution. So you have to learn in life which of those things applies and how to apply yourself in that manner. You see a problem and attempt to fix it. You are more of a Joan of Arc, not a damsel in distress. I would agree. I always try to fix the problems before they get bigger, or I just try to fix the problems that I'm dealing with in the current situation. More of a Joan of Arc, not a damsel in distress. I would agree. I don't really consider myself a damsel in distress. I've always been just kind of an independent person. I kind of was taught to grow up fast just because of my parents' divorce. I was always fairly mature from a young age anyway. I always thought hanging out with adults was more cool than hanging out with kids my age. You can ask anybody that I'm with. And it says, bet your parents told you that you'd make a good lawyer someday. Yeah, sure, but more likely they have always told me, especially my mother, that I should just go be a politician or a president because I don't stay quiet. For the most part, I am willing to just share and exploit anything that I think is necessary to live your life. And like you had seen in yesterday's video, how I dove into all the crazy skyrocketing prices of insulin and diabetes supplies. So you could tell I'm definitely not scared to voice my opinion and what I think should be done to change things. I could be a great politician. I could be a great president. I'm a bit too young for the state of, or for the country of America to be a president. I think you have to be 35 years old. I'm only 20. But I really don't have any political experience, and I don't know how much the political stuff would stress me out. But I could do it if I wanted to, and who knows where the future is going to take me. I could be your next president of, one of your next presidents of the United States of America. And the 10th and final assumption is you find a way to handle difficult situations no matter what they are. Absolutely. There are some days that situations don't feel like that they're going to get solved, but you have to remember that time is of the essence. It may take time for you to find the best solution. It may take time for you to find the best way of going about a certain problem, but you always have to remember that a solution will be in sight, as hard as it may seem. I know especially right now, me fighting to get my insurance to cover Dexcom, I'm looking into tons of other options to cover it, and I know I'm going to be fine, and I know it's all going to work out. And I'm going to make it work out very, very quickly because I'm getting very impatient waiting for all these different medical suppliers to call me back, especially when it takes them almost a month to verify my insurance. To me, if it takes them almost a month to verify insurance, it's not worth going for. But I know in the end that there is light at the end of the tunnel and that I can handle any situation that I am put in. Like I said, I totally believe I have type 1 diabetes for a reason. And for any of my type 1 diabetic viewers, you have this disease for a reason too. I believe God sees things in us that he doesn't see in other people that can handle this disease, whether or not it's for advocating for cures or maybe just showing people that don't have type 1 diabetes to be more thankful and appreciative for what they do have and that they don't have to worry about all these different things before they even put a morsel of food in their mouth. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video about the 10 assumptions people had about me. I had a good time doing this video, and I hope it gave you a better idea about how I go about handling things and got to learn a little bit more about me and my personality, seeing as though a lot of you don't know me personally, but but you do know me via YouTube. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, give this video a big thumbs up. Feel free to hit that subscribe button down below and turn on the post notifications so you always get notified when I upload something new. Once I hit 100 subscribers, I believe we're about 20 subscribers away, I will be sharing with you my type 1 diabetes diagnosis story, so look forward to that. And until tomorrow for another video, take care, God bless, be kind, spread positivity, and be thankful. Goodbye, everyone.